I'm always trying to provide a service and trying to help people.
Yes.
I noticed that I was lacking action, and that's the key. Don't get stuck in analysis paralysis. At the end of the day, I just want to help people. I want to give them a nice place to stay. People will go, oh, you didn't do 20, 30 years. I was like, but you do 20, 30 years to get a certain number, right?
Right, exactly.
Like, I already have that number. I want to teach and guide people as I'm doing it because it's all about like paying it forward.
Hi guys, I'm Ashley Cleary and I've got Anna Mendoza here, and this is a Millionaire Blueprint.
Yes.
Today we have Doug here. Hi Doug.
Thank you for having me, ladies.
Tell us all about yourself.
Well, my name's Doug Anderson. I always say I'm an entrepreneur because I have so many different things.
He is an entrepreneur.
Like
That's for sure.
But yeah, recently retired from the military base, run a loan signing business. Obviously in real estate,
That's job number 3.
I have a bread route going with my family up in Washington.
Did you say bread route?
Bread route, Flowers Bread, yep.
Wow. Okay, okay. You got to tell us a little bit about that later.
Yeah, we have a corporate housing company. Me and my wife, we have our corporate housing company where we cater to displaced families who lost their homes from insurance, fires, floods. But we also cater to nurses, so... Your guys' field, you traveling nurses, traveling professionals, and military, relocating military. Those are like our 3 hot ones. So got a lot of different, businesses going at the same time, but they're all geared towards helping people.
Right.
We lead with helping. It makes life that much easier when you lead with helping people. So that's a little bit about what I do. I have 2 daughters, 15 and 16. And just
I can't believe Doug has 2 daughters that are 15 and 16.
I know.
Yeah, just leading that path for them, guiding them, showing them how to help people, and just, watching my little girls grow up, while doing the right thing for people and helping people throughout life.
Right,
That's great. We love that.
Yeah.
So I guess tell us, what is it that you used to be in the military, correct?
Yeah, military, working the military job. And when I was working with the Department of Defense, I think it was after like 6 years, I was like, man, I can't, $20 in savings. I was like, I wanted to start investing in real estate because I started listening to BiggerPockets.
Oh, yes.
So I think it was 2018, I started listening to BiggerPockets.
Yes.
And for 2 years straight, 2018 to 2020.
Yeah.
And I was like,
every episode, huh?
Yeah, every episode.
Every episode. Bing,
because
bing, bing.
there was one episode where there was this her name was Ashley, and she was a waitress in Detroit, and she was making $20K a year. Remember that?
Single mom.
Yeah.
Single mom.
And she was saving
story.
right.
Great
and she was saving
story.
up like her tax return checks.
Yes.
And that's how she got her first. That one just stuck out.
In Detroit, where like nobody wanted to buy. The houses were what, like 10, 15,000, something crazy. Yeah.
And I was like, man, $20K a year. I was like, if she can do it, I can do it. So just listening to everybody's stories, they pop out. And then 2020 is when I started the loan signing business. So as a loan signing notary, which is how I met you ladies.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that kind of, that gave me the extra income I was like, okay, all this money I'm putting into real estate.
Yes.
So, I want to say 6 months into that, I kind of, had enough money to invest in real estate, but I was like, okay, I don't know if I can do this by myself. So my business partner at the time, he was going to go rent, and he had a VA loan. And then, so I kind of just, I proposed, I was like, hey, if we go in, if we are able to utilize your VA loan, get a multi-unit, and I'm able to put together a deal, 0% down, you live in 1 unit for free for a year, we can use your VA loan, I'll split all expenses with you.
Yes.
Which I knew there wasn't going to be any
expenses. Yeah.
So we ended up getting paid to buy the house, the Triplex. He lived in there for 1 year, rent free. We cash flowed the bottom. And that was like the introductory. But one of my very first signings, how we got there, was with my friend and mentor, Andrew Greer. He's a big real estate developer in San Diego.
Yes.
And I was talking to him, had a signing just like with you ladies. And
Is that how you met him?
Yeah.
Through the signing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then it was during COVID too. So like we were doing signings on the porch. So it's just me and him on the porch. And he does a lot of events and he couldn't do any events. So it was just like all God's timing. Because like he probably wasn't able to talk to a lot of people or do events. And so like that was his event giving back. And then I was there for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he's all like, he made me realize that, you know, I had all the knowledge from BiggerPockets and everything.
Right.
And I just had to take the action.
Yes.
And 3 months after that, like we got the Triplex. Like
Wow.
I noticed that I was lacking action, and that's the
Right.
key.
Right.
Is like taking action. Don't get stuck in analysis paralysis.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. So was he the one that kind of got you into multifamily? He kind of inspired you? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He was, you know, and then my concept, I was all like, if we're using a VA loan, why buy one when you can buy 3 or 4 for the same amount down?
Exactly.
I tell
that's
why
like zero down
Zero-
with a
it's
VA.
the same amount.
Like you might as well
It's the
get
same
as
amount.
many doors
Oh
as you
my
can.
right, and the max you can get is 4.
Right.
So that's why I kind of niche down and specializing in like really helping like veterans with their VA loans because they don't teach that stuff on base at all.
Right.
Yes.
Like they're not outside, they're not off the base. So that's kind of why I like being able to help and show them and guide them like, hey,
Right.
you can actually get
Utilize
for
this.
the same
Yeah.
amount down.
Right.
You know.
It's a
And
great
then you
benefit. for sure.
used your partner's VA loan, but are you?
No, I'm Department of Defense, so we had
Okay.
different like government programs.
Yeah.
So that's what we did for the second house. That was part of the agreement too. So that's why he stayed in for 1 year. And I was like,
okay.
after you're in there for 1 year, I'll use my government benefits to get a second home.
Oh,
And then
okay.
so we got a second home, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and we house hacked.
Oh, nice.
And then we cash flowed the triplex.
Yes.
And then we converted the garage while we lived in the home, in the house hack.
Oh, nice. So you got another unit.
So we
there.
got another unit out
Oh,
of
my
that. So
goodness.
just kind of just optimizing
Yes.
while we're living in it.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like the beginning of the real estate journey.
Yes.
And everything kind of just started, you know, multiplying after that. You know, meeting people, the loan signing business kept on, you know, elevating.
Yes.
I kept on meeting more and more people.
Right.
But always staying really like connected to like Andrew. Like
Yeah.
when you find like people who are doing what you want to do, because what he
Right.
does is like he doesn't only teach it, he does it.
Right.
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 He still does it.
Yes.
And that's what I want to do. I want to teach and guide people as I'm doing it.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
just so my brain stays fresh, because
Right.
it's all about like paying it forward at the end of the day.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I always
yeah.
want to help people as I'm going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always give like the analogy as like I'm climbing the mountain and then like my rope is down there, so you can climb, you know, grab the rope,
Right.
and you can get off on the mountain wherever you want.
Right.
You
yeah.
know, but my
or
rope,
you could
you
keep
can use
going.
that as a guide, and I'll see
Yeah.
you at the top.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's great. I love that.
So
I love that.
yeah,
is
that's
awesome.
kind of how everything started, and then you know I hopped into a couple different businesses and stuff like that. So it's been pretty fun.
So how many doors now? Do you have?
So right now, so we ended up selling the triplex because part of the deal was that he wanted his VA loan back. So I honor my word
Right.
and things like that. So I went to we sold the triplex. I ended up buying the Detroit property.
Nice.
Down the street from the Motown Museum.
Nice.
very
So
cool.
renovated.
And is
whole
that from
thing.
the BiggerPockets? That why did you go to Detroit?
Oh, so Detroit. So I had the money that I got from the triplex sale. I was all like, okay, I can't buy anything immediately in San Diego, and I needed to buy something within the next 3 months.
Right. Yeah.
So I was like, I looked at Jacksonville, Florida,
Uh-huh.
Detroit, Michigan, and back home in Spokane.
Okay.
So things that I look for are military bases, hospitals, or schools like universities and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So all 3 of those places had that.
Yeah.
But Detroit, you know, when I put offers out, Detroit was one of the first ones that responded.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
the reason for Detroit, Dan Gilbert, the billionaire who owns the Cleveland Cavaliers
Yes.
and
Yes.
Rocket Mortgage.
Yes.
And then the Illicks, they own Little Caesars.
Yes.
And then the Henry Fords and Ford,
Right.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
I saw that they started injecting like a lot of money into the hospital down the street. It's like walkable distance from the house.
Wow.
And then downtown was like 8 minutes away. Motown Museum was like 5-minute walk.
Yes.
So I look at those little things and I'm
Right.
like, And I check the Census Bureau. I'm like, what projects do they have laid out for the next 5 years?
Right.
the new mayor came in, like everything, and I was like, it's crazy to see everything laying out. Like I'm 3 years in, and I'm like, man, Detroit was at like 0.
Right.
Wow.
So I think even negative.
It was. That's why I'm all like, man, I was like, you can't go. I was like, you can only pretty much go up from there, especially like the times that we're going in. When I see billionaires like repositioning their money,
right?
Like they have way more than we have. So I'm like, if
like,
they're putting their money into that, I'm like, I'm gonna put my little money down the street, you know, because eventually, like my idea, I'm like, if they're that close to the house, if he keeps on expanding the hospital, then like maybe 10, 15 years, I might get a knock on the door to just buy my home for them to expand the hospital.
Right.
That was my idea.
That is true.
You know, so, and then what metro city still has all their professional teams?
Right.
And they're in the negative and bankrupt. That always stuck out to me. I'm like, they have their baseball team, the Detroit Tigers, Detroit Pistons. They have the hockey team, the Red Wings. They have football team, Detroit Lions. I was like, but you're bankrupt though.
Yeah. But I think because it was based, because of the car industry.
Yeah.
A lot of people moved there originally.
Right.
So it was like an influx of people. And then when the industry ended over there or moved away or moved out or whatever they did.
I think they relocated to like another city. But I was, in my head, I was like, but all the sports teams are there.
Yes,
and that always just stuck out to me because it costs a lot of money to run those teams.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
So
really
those
does.
are little things. I was like, okay, I'm going to take my shot on Detroit. So I did that. And
how's it doing?
It's doing great.
Yeah.
It's doing great. Yeah.
Short-term rental, long-term?
Short-term. Yep. Okay. We do manage short-term and midterm. We like to specialize in midterm, where we cater to displaced families from insurance.
Yes.
A lot of people forget about those families.
Right.
Yes.
You know, when your house floods or fires, and like, can you imagine like losing everything in a fire?
Right.
And you have no place to stay.
Right.
So like, me and my wife, we like catering to that kind of like dynamic.
Right.
You know, that, and then traveling nurses. So your guys' industry.
Yes.
You guys want a safe space to stay.
Yes.
Right. And sometimes you guys want to stay together.
Right.
So we kind of want to provide that. We just actually had like 8 nurses staying together.
Wow.
Yeah, they usually like to,
awesome.
like, because it's safer, travel in pairs or
and
whatever.
you get to save some money.
Groups,
You know, save some money on your guys' contract and everything like that. And if you guys are staying together and it's walkable distance to the hospital, and it's like, why not?
Yes.
And it's a brand new, renovated, updated 1920s, you know.
Okay, so it
nice.
wasn't turnkey. So you had to renovate it from a distance.
I took everything down to the studs.
Okay.
And
I was managing that. You were in San Diego?
I built a team from Facebook groups.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was one of the hardest things I ever had to do in my life. I'm not going to lie.
It's so hard to manage contractors, like even when they're here. I can't even imagine, like,
Man,
it's stressful.
I was there every 3 months.
Oh, okay. So you were going.
There,
okay.
off, and then so I funded a lot of the renovation with 0% business credit cards.
Okay.
Nice. You did the stackable.
Yeah, so I did that, which my flights ended up being free.
Nice.
So that was like the little hack. I was like, man, I got to figure out how to make this work.
Yes. Yeah.
So I did that to where I was like showing up like, and I was putting photos of like renderings, like what the wife was coming up with on like tiles and everything. Just,
You're like, look at the photo.
Right. I had that for every room. And I was all like, look, this is what I want. Like, this is what the idea. And then one of the things that I had to end up doing, because one of the first couple contractors, it just like the work wasn't getting done how I wanted to. And I think they were just taking advantage that the main person wasn't there.
Right, yeah.
So my buddy, who was, he's in the Navy in San Diego, I just came to an agreement with him. I was like, hey, every project that gets complete, I'll give you 10%.
Yes.
So that was the incentive. And I had to make it like that, and it got me to where I am now, with a completed project.
Right.
Yeah.
Which it probably cost me more than it should have, but still, like, the goal was, like, not losing everything on this.
And not the stress,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that right there, it was a journey.
Yeah.
It was a journey, but I'm grateful that, like, it got to where it's at, because the end of the day, I just want to help people.
Right.
I want to give them a nice place to stay.
Right.
And I don't like cutting corners and stuff like that, because people see that stuff.
Oh,
right.
And if it's not a place that I would stay, I don't want somebody else to.
Yeah.
Right.
We're kind of bougie, and the contractors don't like it because we have this budget. I'm like, no, it can't look like that. It has to look next level.
Right. And you like what you want. You want what you want, right?
Yeah.
So, and I respect that. And that's why I was like, I just want to provide value to people.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be all like messed up and
Yes.
all the inefficiencies. And it was 3,500 square feet, so it was a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Can we talk
two
numbers?
stories.
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
talk
we
numbers.
can talk numbers. We can talk numbers.
Let's talk numbers. So for someone who would want to invest in Detroit, for instance, how much did the acquisition cost? And then how much did you spend in your rehab? What was your ARV? And then furniture, like putting
Was it
furniture
furniture?
in and
Oh
since
man,
all
the
that.
wife killed it on that one.
Yeah.
She saved us on that one. So I bought it for they wanted 195. The previous owners had bought it for 175,
Okay.
and I got it for 159.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
negotiated at 159.
Wholesaler, or what did you, or
Nah,
you just talk them down?
Yeah, negotiation is my favorite part of the process.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
So I always,
Yeah.
just try to find, that sweet spot,
Yeah.
to where it works out for everybody. Came with a new roof and everything.
Yes.
So I was like,
Nice.
okay, so I just got to do
That's
what's on
great.
the inside.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got it for 159. I had a hard money loan for 135,
Okay.
which was a bad mistake listening to the contractor, because he's all like, hey, we could get it all done for like 135, 3,500 square feet. This is my first one out of state. I'm like, oh my God, Doug, what were you thinking? And I
Right.
had the credit to get,
More.
300K. Yeah.
Yes,
So I
yeah.
ended up having to use like 185, 190 of
And
my
credit
own
cards,
money.
like for the
credit
rest of the
cards,
difference.
retirement funds,
Yeah.
savings.
Yes.
So, 135 plus the, 190.
Wow.
So, yeah. So, and then after that, the ARV was like 505.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was
Wow.
cool.
That's
it was cool.
awesome.
Yeah. So with that 25%, it stays inside the
Right.
property. And then, after that, I was like, okay, cool. We got that. Like we got out of the hard money loan.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was my first hard money loan that I had to do by myself, because some of these hard money lenders, right? If you don't have experience,
Oh yeah, they
they're
gouge
either
you.
not giving it to you, or
Yeah.
you got to take the higher interest rate.
Right.
So that was at 14%, and I was like,
Ooh.
I was
Oh
like,
my
man, that's a
God.
lot.
Yeah.
And that's another reason I was like, I got to get this done.
Right. Yeah.
I gotta
It's
get this
costing
done.
me. It's
Yeah,
costing me
every
every
month.
month. Yeah.
So that was a lot. And my profession is logistics. So that's what I did for the military, the DoD. So I did it
Yeah.
for the Army, Marines, Blue Angels, everyone, logistics, the coordination of everything. So this
cool.
really put my profession to
Yeah.
the test. I was like, man, I'm managing the money, the contractors, and like
Oh my
everything,
God.
and it was
Yeah.
just me. And I was like, this is crazy. And I was still working on the military base too.
Oh, so you're
So
working
that-
full time
Oh
and
yeah,
doing this?
and
Oh,
running the
wow.
notary business.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
it was a lot.
Oh my God. Does your wife help you with like any of it, or she's
she
just
does it. She
hands-on?
helps me with the aesthetic
The
and being
design,
able
the
to see the
designs.
design, because
Okay.
I can get it all the way up to the walls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, but what kind of tile is gonna go in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I call it the woman's touch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
It's a
like
little.
that.
It's
I like that.
different.
I like that.
It's
Yeah,
different.
I call it the woman's touch.
Yeah.
And so she, like, the tiles, just down to like, okay, we're doing the vertical tiles,
Right.
green, updated 1920s.
Right.
She had her Pinterest,
Oh,
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
ooh. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I think we all have the girls have like that inner
Yeah.
interior designer.
Yeah, and I called the woman's
Oh, yeah.
touch. I was all like, I didn't go. I love that. Helped me out so
Oh my
much,
gosh.
because I was like, okay, I just need to get it to the walls and make sure
Yes.
everything's functional.
Right,
Yes.
right.
So
yeah.
that really
You're
helped.
like the electrical works, the plumbing works.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, so
Yeah,
the
that's
loan amount on that, after the ARV at 505, the loan amount was like 345, 342.
okay, is what you owed.
Yep. and
But
then
that didn't include like your credit cards or anything
Right,
like that, right?
So
Yeah.
that ended up being like an additional, like those payments were like additional like 3,000 or something like that.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, okay, we gotta make sure we're making at least like $6,000, because
Yes.
the pity on the house was like $3,000.
Okay.
So it's like, we gotta make at least like six.
And
a
for
month.
the audience, pity is principal,
principal,
interest, taxes, and insurance.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah, so we call that the pity.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like pity us for the pay all that.
For real. So that right there, I was like, okay, we got to make that much. That was our baseline. But the rents in Detroit are not that.
So
yeah.
that's why you had to go short-term
That's
rental,
why I had to go
right?
short term. And
Yeah.
so that's why I was like, okay, we have the things around. There's Wayne State University. the school. There's also an army depot out there. There's sports teams.
Right.
So
right.
it's everything that I needed to do short term.
Right,
Everything
yeah.
within the radius, and everything's within 10-minute drive.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then,
So-
like, how's your occupancy, your vacancy, I guess?
We went full short term last May, and we've been about through this from summertime. We're like 90%.
Wow.
Which I'm like, okay, well, we're priced too low because you want to be around
Right.
75 to 80%.
Right, like, your number,
For that sweet spot, right? But that was our first summer. So this summer coming around, we're like, okay, I'm ready this time.
Yeah, right.
So-
You use Price Labs, or I think it's
So
called,
we
right?
use Hospitable.
Okay.
Hospitable has that dynamic pricing integrated.
Oh, good.
And then how I wrestled with that, because I didn't want to deal with a whole lot of different platforms.
Yeah.
Right.
I tried to, I'm trying to mitigate like how many platforms I'm using. I'm like, if their dynamic pricing can't be much different from the data that Price Labs is
Right.
pulling,
Right.
different from all the other ones,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
They all use that kind of the same.
Yeah.
data.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, but like on things like 4th of July, Memorial Day, I'm gonna kind of make
Right.
my own price.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
And nobody has issues with it so far.
Yeah.
I haven't had
Yes.
any issues or anything. So,
Wow.
and then May, like I said, May's filled. We've been making about summertime. We make 10 to 11K.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Profit? Oh.
No, total.
Total. Okay.
So,
yeah.
I always minus that 6K. This will be because I was like, okay, we're probably gonna be about a year and a half paying these credit cards.
Right. Right.
Unless we get a bonus that falls out of the sky.
So, talking about your numbers, well, let's talk about, I think it would be good for the audience to hear because we have a lot of newbies, right?
Yeah.
So, it was your first time getting a hard money loan.
Yes.
How many hard money lenders did you have to go through till you found one? And then how much % down did you need for the purchase?
So let me see what they want. They wanted the 50K off of the 300. So they think that was like 20% or something like that.
Okay,
Yeah,
20%, because it's your
15 to
first deal.
It was first deal. Yep.
14% interest.
I'm a big proponent of using the people around you.
Yes.
Utilize the people around you. So I'm thankful that I had I was always going to investor meetups,
Yes.
asking questions. So like I would always hear Kiavi.
Yeah.
We ended up going with like a company called FCI. You have like ARV Finance, they're a big one.
Right, right.
My boy Neil at ARV Finance. So it's just like you start to hear these hard money lenders. My biggest recommendation for the newbies and everything, like if you're looking for a hard money lender, go to a real estate meetup.
Yes. Yeah, because they're always there.
Yep, go to a real estate meetup.
Or at least somebody knows
or somebody's there.
Yeah.
Yep, somebody will be there and they'll be like, I'm looking, just go ask your question.
Right, yeah.
Like I think I went to, Andrew, he does Brewery.
Yes.
We
Uh-huh.
had Brewery, I think it's like the second Wednesday of the month.
Yes.
I needed a landscaper because I was like, I need to swap out my landscaper for in San Diego, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I literally went to the brewery and I was like, okay, my goal is to leave with a landscaper. Because I needed the grass cut really bad, and I was like, man, I was like, Jesus. I was like, if I have to ask you like 3 times, I'm just like, oh.
Yes.
To cut the grass.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
because I got other things to kind of like take care
Yes.
of.
Yeah.
And it's just like, geez, it's taking
Super
up a lot of
annoying.
time.
It's just
So
like,
as simple as that.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Just to all the newbies, I'm like, if you need something, go to a real estate meetup.
Yes, yeah.
And go with the thing in mind, like, okay, go talk to a lot of people. Don't be afraid to talk to people,
Right,
that
right.
you don't know.
Yeah.
Because you don't know who knows stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then, who they know and
they know, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, safe to say I left with a landscaper's number. The grass got cut the next day.
Your grass is cut.
Grass got cut the next day, and I was like, cool, we're good to go. We got new
Oh my
landscaper.
gosh, that's hilarious.
So, but going back to hard money lenders, that's kind of how I got introduced to that.
Yeah.
And then that was kind of like a process myself. One thing I will say, like, if you're doing your first hard money loan is go over your scope of work like 10 times. And then verify those numbers with more than just one person.
Yes, because if something goes wrong with your first contractor and then you get bids from a second one, you're kind of screwed usually.
Right.
Because,
Yeah.
Just verify like that's going to be the cost or you're around in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing that kind of messed me up is like I just went off the one quote and all those quotes were like 50% under what they were. That's why I had to come. I was like,
Yeah.
So with your business credit cards, I know there's like I always hear people use the stacking method of the business credit cards because it doesn't go on your personal debt.
Yes.
Right? So how did you end up obtaining those? Like what was your, did you have a method or were you just like,
no, so my boy Xavier, he specializes in that. And then so I call him my finance specialist. So he pretty much would guide me through getting like the highest limits on the cars and everything like that, credit stacking. You know, he trained in that. So, and I'm a big proponent on get with the people who do it way better than you.
Heck yeah.
You know,
Heck
so
yeah.
that was his world. And I was like, okay, cool. He's like, I can get you, you know, let's get you this card. We're going to approach it like this.
Right.
And then so we'll get we'll get the low hanging fruit first.
Right.
And then the harder ones. And then the other caveat to that is make sure you got like a 720 plus credit score.
Right.
'Cause
Yeah.
that's what they look at, you know.
Right.
So as long as all your personal, like all my personal cards and stuff were paid off, right?
Right, right.
So as long as you're good there, and
Yeah.
you're like, I think my credit score was like 800 at the time, 815.
Yeah.
So like, I was like, let's run it. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
press the green button. And
Yeah.
he was like, okay, let's go.
Right, right,
And then,
right.
so we got the cars in tandem, and I think like Chase was doing a 50K 0%.
Wow.
12 months.
That's
So we did that.
That's cheaper than hard money.
Right. That's why I was like, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, cool, 50K,
Yeah.
0%, 12 months. It's like, so we got 12 months to kind of
Yeah.
like get that
Right,
back.
right.
Yeah.
How much did you get in total stacking it like that?
About
Like
180.
$180,000
Yeah.
in credit cards?
It sounds cool as heck. And it's just like, man.
What?
Was your business open for a year?
Yeah,
prior
This
to
is
that,
the
or did
notary
you just
business. This
open
is the
it?
notary business.
How long
So
did
I
you
got-
have
notary
the
business.
And then the real estate is under the notary business.
So
Got it.
So I
how
bought it with the
long
notary
was
business.
that open for? The notary business. How long did you have that license for?
This is 2023, 3 years.
3
Okay.
years. So
Yeah.
okay, because I
Yeah.
think that
They
matters.
want you
like
to
how
have
long-
2 years.
Like right, 2
Yep.
years, right?
But
Yeah.
some of the business credit cards, like me and my wife, we started D&B Corporate Housing January 2025. February 2025, we got a 50K business credit card, Chase.
Oh,
What?
okay.
That's why it matters
think
to
we
have
need
like
to
a credit
work on us.
specialist.
We need to go to Chase. Who can help us out?
Well, the thing, I'll
Any
put you guys
Chase
in
reps
contact
out
with
there?
Xavier. I'll put you guys in
Actually, no, I
contact
think
with
so.
Xavier.
Yeah.
I think because I used to have a CPR business, and I literally the day I opened the checking account, they approved me for my business
Yeah.
credit card. So
Oh,
it
yeah.
might just be certain banks, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
But-
certain banks.
But
It is-
180 days?
Well, 180,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
I got
is certain banks.
17,000. That wasn't 180.
Yeah,
you
it's
you
certain
could do
banks.
a whole rehab with that.
I know.
Right.
180.
That's why I was like, that's what I had to use to finish up otherwise, like all that, the 180 plus the 135 would have all been under the hard money loan.
Right, right, yes.
You know, but then, I wouldn't have been able to, I guess when I refied the money out, I wouldn't have gotten all of it because so that 180 is technically in equity.
In equity, right.
So that's why the logistics of the numbers, I was like, okay, well, we have to make this much now.
Right.
And if I
Right.
didn't know how to like short term and midterm, I would have probably just ended up selling the property to turn around and pay off the credit card.
Right.
So like,
right.
think about that like when you're going to do things like
Right,
that.
yeah.
There's also like other things like vehicles like HELOCs and HELoans and stuff that you can utilize, but they're harder on investment properties. of course.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I'll put you in contact with Xavier too. Like,
Yeah.
because he knows like the certain rules. Like one of the things, this is a little pro tip. Like when you're filling out credit card applications and they say how much do you make,
Yeah.
if you're a new business, how are you supposed to put what you made for that year?
Right.
And what he told me, he's all like, it's not what you make, it's what you expect to make for the year.
Right.
And you can go up to a certain limit
Oh.
to not trigger any documents.
yeah.
Oh.
So those are the little hacks.
Does he tell you like which
Yeah,
what's the limit?
Yeah, he tells you what the limit is, and he knows
Okay,
the
we're
limit.
gonna say right after this.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'll put $5 million. I don't care. Just give me like
There's limits.
$500,000.
There's limits. Yeah, there's definitely limits that'll trigger documents because after a certain limit, they're gonna be like, hey, we need a document showing this.
Right.
So,
Okay.
and I was like, let me stay under the no docs because I
Yes.
need this money faster than sooner than
Well,
later.
you need to hook it up then. With your
Yeah,
guy.
I got you.
For sure,
Always.
for sure.
I got you always.
But there was something really interesting when we met you, and I had him exchange the info because I was like, what?
Yeah.
So was that he uses, not uses, but he has renters that are from the insurance companies that you were talking about, right?
Yes.
So tell us, how did you get in with those insurance companies in order to get these people referred to you? I mean, that's like, how did you get in? Like, did you just like cold call? What did you do?
Well, it's a mix between like Furnish Finders, if everybody's familiar with Furnish Finders. That's more so like a lead platform. A lot of nurses go to Furnish Finders
Yes.
to go look for housing,
Yes,
right?
it's true.
Airbnb, Verbo, those are the major platforms. And then there's like 30 other websites that I went and, just did research on. I was like, hey, what are other temporary housing websites?
Right, yeah.
And then Jesse Vasquez runs the Midterm Rental Academy.
Yes.
So he does the Midterm Rental Summit. So I went to that in 2023. Going to these events give you more knowledge. You're like, oh, I didn't know those were.
Yes.
So he gives you like 15 on his website. So that was my first 15 of the 30.
That's great.
And I was like, oh, okay. I think it's like Air Venture Academy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Adventure. Okay.
Yeah.
So I went to that and I was like, okay, cool. And then you go on these websites and you submit your property, just like you would do like on Airbnb or what have you. You go submit your property, or you post, you go post your photos. But these companies will start reaching out to you because they are the ones who have the relationship with the insurance. And then when the family loses the home, they come to them. They'll reach out to you because you have the house.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes the insurance companies, they'll look on Airbnb. And I always keep in mind, who has more marketing dollars, Airbnb or you?
Right. Yeah.
And I know a lot, there's people out there that say, Airbnb is going away and like all this stuff. And I was like, I just don't see it because
I still go to it. Like when I'm going somewhere, like it's the first thing
and
I
they just did
type in.
I think they just did a release of their services like at the beginning of the year. Like now you can get Airbnb and get like services like massages ordered to your Airbnb.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like one of the things that we used to do for like nurses and stuff, because Airbnb didn't have that option, was like Instacart for groceries.
Right.
So we have a nurse right now that works the night shift.
Right.
So we like to offer that service. Hey, do you want us to order your groceries and stuff so they'll be there by the time you get off your shift?
Oh,
that's
nice.
Little,
That's a little
stuff to
plus.
kind of set you apart.
Yeah.
But now Airbnb has that. But if they book with you directly, we still kind of offer that. We're like,
Yes,
we can offer the service for you.
Yeah. So do you have like your own website too where they can book directly?
Yeah, so we have dnbcorporatehousing.com where they can go to reach out to us and
My phone.
they'll just reach out to us, say, hey, we're looking for housing. You know, a lot of them, Furnish Finders, the lead platform, we reach out to all those people. They'll put down like what they're, looking for and all that stuff. And I mean, I'll say that's what kind of separates us too, because people won't reach out to those people. I don't know why.
I think they don't realize how that system works. I think they feel like it's like
Complicated.
that the clients are supposed to reach out to them and not really understanding that they're supposed to reach out to the
Well,
clients.
yeah, it's weird because they
Yeah.
have their email and their phone number. I'm like, what do you think you're supposed to do with it?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And it says why they're looking.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so like, I don't know. I guess you the customer service mentality.
Right.
That's where I'm at with it. Like,
Yes.
I'm always trying to provide a service and trying to
Right.
help people.
Yeah.
So if you lead with helping,
Right.
then you're
The
gonna
rest
find
will
the answer.
follow.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna find the answer. Like,
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
just reach out to them. I'm like, hey, and if if your place is vacant, right? Mm-hmm. And then you get a lead that matches your home.
Right.
Why wouldn't you send an email or send a text or a phone call and be like, hey, we have a home that's available. You send them the links and
Right.
does
Yeah.
this fit your guys' needs?
Right.
And then
right.
you do a contract through, Rocket
Yeah.
Lawyer or, whatever platform.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's awesome.
And that's
Is
great.
is there like a method? Sorry, one more question on
No,
it. Is
you're
there
good.
like a method, like do you short-term rental during summer?
Oh, we definitely
then,
flex.
You know what I mean?
We definitely flex.
Yeah.
So I love the flex option, except for like when like municipalities like San Diego,
Yeah.
they'll have certain restrictions, right?
Right.
So like our studio is strictly midterm.
Right.
So that's cool too. Like that's fine with me because that's the customer service aspect. And we have like a nurse in there. She just extended for like another 6 months.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And like that's amazing because we're helping her out and then she's helping us out.
Right.
And it's
helps
like,
with the turnover.
yeah, it
and
helps with the turnover and
occupancy.
all that.
Yeah.
And then we flex the house.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
so that's what I love about it. The house, families. And when we do short term, I try to explain this to my friends and everything. I'm like, when you go short term, the 1-2 days, like it sounds enticing and it keeps your calendar like filled. But sometimes that's not too good because that's more turnover and then more chances of maybe somebody damaging a local booking on like one of my friends. His got booked for 1 day with like a stolen credit card, and people don't think about like that aspect.
Oh,
Like someone steals a credit card,
they get the money for it.
They just
right?
they kind of damage this house, and so like you want to prevent that because if we do 3-day minimum stays.
Yes.
Right.
Now we might not be booked every single day,
Right.
but we mitigate those situations.
Yeah.
Right.
And for like
Because-
parties, because
right.
those are the type of people
Because if
who
somebody
wanna
books
stay
with
there.
like a stolen credit card, the credit card company they're gonna know by day 2.
Right.
And so will Airbnb, and so will Verbo. They'll know by day 2 that it's a stolen credit card.
Oh, that's
And
a
then
good hack.
we mostly avoid like local parties and stuff like that because ain't nobody booking for 3 days.
Right.
It's
So
mostly
3-day
families
minimum.
traveling to San Diego or
Yes.
Detroit
Yeah.
that are booking for
Yeah.
3 days for like a wedding, family reunion,
Yes.
and things like that. Like, so that's kind of what we haven't ran into any of those situations
that's
like that. Like
good.
nothing major.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's
I mean, one of the situations we ran into was like was more so midterm. Like it was just a family. Like they were just staying. They kept it really humid in there, and then like everybody
mold?
and it started forming. I was like, it's humid. And turn on the AC, open the windows. Like
Right.
And I would always go check on the house. I was like, you guys living like why?
Yeah.
Why do you guys
I mean, I don't judge how people live, but I'm like
Interesting.
everybody knows like it creates mold.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And we've never had mold in the last 5 years. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was more so like a midterm stay.
Yeah.
So, we had to mitigate that after, we had a great contracting team. So
Right,
they came
right.
and, swapped out the baseboards, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cost efficient. But one incident out of like 5 years, isn't too
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So, but we haven't had anything happen on the short term side because it's like 3 days minimum stays, 3 to 5 day stays. So
Yeah.
you get 4 of those,
Right.
5 of those,
You're good.
you're good to go.
Yeah. How much
awesome.
did it cost you to? Because we're doing Airbnb, like we're doing our own now.
Yep.
And oh my God, I think the cost of furnishing.
Oh,
And
man.
like your spoons, your pepper, your salt, your pans, your
Toilet paper.
sheets, like
Yeah.
oh my God, like to
Yeah.
fill it. And you said your house was what
3,500
3,500 square
feet.
feet? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
So
How much did that cost?
So it was about how much we had left on the credit card.
You guys made
Yeah,
it.
you
One
like
was
max it out, max it out.
I told my wife Brittany, I was like, hey, we have $12,000 on this card left,
You did it for $12,000?
and she did that.
Stop.
Wow.
I am not
awesome.
lying.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
yo, and I'll send you guys the links to the Airbnbs, but you'll see the Detroit one, and it's like there's space, but we utilize corners. We made sure we got sectional
Right,
couches
stuff to really like.
and there's a formal
spread.
room and there's actually a living room.
Yeah.
So we had to furnish both of those. There's a wet bar.
For
and
$12,000, I'm way
I'm
over
telling you.
budget. I'm like,
I'm telling you. But
tell
same
my
thing.
husband.
Or your booze.
don't tell my husband.
Same thing though for our studio. When we were doing our studio, I was like, we were still on a budget, and I was like, hey B, we only got like 35, $4,000 to furnish this, and it's 365 square feet,
Okay.
and she did that.
Holy cow.
She did that.
I mean, yeah.
And from afar too. You
From
know, like, 'cause
afar.
it's like you can't
Oh,
just
yeah.
shop
Oh,
at
yeah.
like home.
So-
what did you do
So-
with that?
man,
Like, because you
that's-
have to have everything delivered.
So
And put it
that
in
was
spots.
crazy.
Right, like-
That's a story right there. It was May last year. This time last year, April.
Yeah.
So it was at the end of April. We went live at the beginning of May.
Yeah.
Me and her, we both took off from our W-2 jobs for 9 days. We flew out there for 7 days straight. We were 16 hours a day. We pre-ordered some of the stuff on Amazon to be there when we got there. We were up, like I said, 16 hours a day, furnishing. Boxes were showing up. We were furnishing. And oh my gosh.
Building. And oh my
all the way
is
down
so
to the
much
point
work.
to where we were doing professional photos the day that we were leaving. And we were upstairs. Screwing in hanging up the last TV, right?
While he was in there
the
taking
stud,
pictures.
And the screw was not wanting to go in to hang up the TV.
Did you just hammer it in?
She was like, oh my gosh, she's coming upstairs, and she was like starting to stress out, and she was like, we're not gonna make it. I was like, hold on, I don't need that right now. Hold on, we're gonna get this screw in there. Got the screw almost all the way in there to hang out the TV, and I tilted it so it wouldn't show up in the photos.
Yeah, you're all, don't touch it, don't touch it.
We're all good. Everything worked out, but the photos came out great. And then we got those same day. So when we were on the plane, we sent them to our assistant to start uploading on Airbnb, get them all going. Little pro tip, if you're going to list on Airbnb, make sure they're professional photos. Airbnb has an algorithm where they recognize that it's not professional photos, and they'll put you on the 3rd and 4th pages.
Yeah. Oh, is there any other tricks besides the pictures to get you like in?
I would say the photos, because when we very first started, we utilized our apartment. This is before San Diego implemented the restrictions.
Yeah.
Our apartment, we didn't have enough money to cancel the lease.
Yeah.
So I literally turned it from traveling to hosting on Airbnb because we had bought our first home. And I was like, well, we're getting out of here. I don't have $3,000 to pay for a termination.
Right.
And so we ended up Airbnb-ing that. And we got we paid $200 for professional photos.
Yeah.
And I think the rent was $2,300, and we made $7K a month easily off that.
Wow.
So when I say photos, it's photos.
It's
Because
photos.
we left all our furnishings in there.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
it's
awesome.
like we made it homey. Make sure you have a cleaner. Your cleaner is going to be your biggest asset.
Right. Yeah.
And then get professional photos. If you don't get professional photos, you're not going to show up on the first page.
Right.
So
Oh, that's good to know.
That's how I know it's the photos.
Yes.
It's photos and cleaner.
Yeah.
And then do you have like a keypad like for the front door?
Oh yeah,
or
always. Slage is the way to go.
any little tricks that
Slage.
Yeah.
Slage is the way to go.
Slage?
Slage.
Okay.
Always use Slage.
Okay.
Slage, you can lock it from wherever you are in the world.
Really?
You can lock it. You can see who's
An
coming
app.
in, who's coming out.
Right, yeah.
It's like we went through a good amount of digital locks.
So Slage.
Slage goes directly to
Is that
your
on
phone.
Amazon?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, like I said, I think it's like $239 or something like that.
But it's worth it,
It's worth
right?
it $239.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's somewhere around there. Don't quote me on the price, but it's somewhere around that price range.
Yeah.
And I'm frugal. So like my wife, she's all like, man, you don't ever want to buy anything. So, but that right there, I learned like how valuable that is.
Right.
So like our Detroit property, same thing. Like when our cleaning team is coming, they all have their own codes now.
Right,
you can program codes for
For
you know
certain
who's
people
coming in.
and like who's coming, who's next in line.
And Slage integrates into Airbnb.
Oh, cool.
So whenever
so they know who's coming, and does it send them the code?
So it generates a code for someone who books. So you don't have to create a code.
Do it.
Slage.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth the money.
Slage.
So if someone books like through Verbo, Airbnb, or if you're doing your direct booking, you put them in as a booking on Hospitable or whatever platform you're using.
Yeah.
It'll integrate into that
Wow.
and create a code. Yeah.
That's awesome.
See, we are learning so much.
I know.
Yeah,
You know?
it's worth the money.
Yes.
I went through a lot of codes, and I wouldn't be able to tell you that unless I went through the hard stuff first.
Right. Yeah.
I'm a
yeah.
big believer of
No.
Slage. Dang, yeah, that was crazy. I forgot about the furnishing part. Yeah,
No, because we're in it. I mean, I'm in it right now. She's about to be
I'm
in
about
it.
to be.
Yeah.
Demo's like complete, and mine too is 3,500 square feet, and I'm like, how many beds I got to put sheets on?
Oh, yeah.
And it's an experience, right? You can't just go get like the cheapest stuff, you know, because they'll know that, you know, the bed is like super hard or something
put
like
it together right too.
Yeah.
Then it could break.
Yeah, you got to have like a professional put it together, you know what I mean?
And that's where I was putting everything together.
Yeah.
Brittany, she has it down to where like she knows what mattresses we order. Their memory foam, they're like $150 each.
Oh yeah,
and
Nice.
we get
That's great.
reviews about them.
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
like,
great.
hey, 150 is within my price. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, you're like, that's
I'm
great.
cool with that, especially if people are leaving 5 stars for those.
Right, exactly.
So, like, she has it down to where, like, they're all on a list because we also help clients now. We also manage for clients.
Nice.
So they'll reach out to us, and we'll give them a budget-friendly. We'll give them, like, mid-tier.
And a bougie.
Yep, a bougie tier. Yep, exactly. And then we give them the links. Like where they can purchase everything from, because some people like to purchase their own. We always recommend, purchasing it. We'll put it together, what have you.
Right.
But yeah, she has that stuff down.
Nice.
Like I'm very grateful.
Dream team.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to put the places together.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's
like,
so cool.
but you're right though. When you go to buy, because we bought some of the beds ahead of time before we went to Detroit, and when we went to go put them together, we were sitting in like the master bedroom. We got 2 queens because I was like, let's get 2 queens.
Right.
And we ended up sending a queen back because there was like a nook, and we ended up putting a trundle bed of 2 twin beds. So like that master bedroom can serve like for a family that has their kids, and then the bottom bed comes out. So it can sleep, it
makes
sleep 2
total
to 3
sense.
kids.
Yeah.
So, and if we would have put a queen bed there, it just would have looked funky.
Right.
So sometimes, you gotta switch it up and pivot a little bit. But it helps to be in the space.
Most functionable.
Yeah, I learned that when we were there. I was like, I see what you mean.
Oh my god.
I was like, I see what you mean. Because I was adamant. I was like, nah, 2 queens were good. Like,
She's like,
Yeah, she's like, nah.
Woman's intuition.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I was like, hey, it works. If something's working, don't mess with it.
Yeah. So tell us all about your childhood. Kind of what has inspired you to be where you are today.
Man, shoot, I'm just a kid who grew up in Spokane playing basketball. Like that was always something that I loved, was basketball. Me, my mom, my sister. I'm a military kid, so my dad, he's always traveling, military and everything like that. My parents are my best friends.
Oh.
Yeah, my parents are my best friends. So they, they were young when they had me, so my grandparents raised me. So I was raised with like old school qualities.
Right,
Vietnam veteran. My grandma, she worked for the city of Spokane. So she was one of the only ladies who cleaned the streets in those big trucks and stuff like that.
Oh my God, so cool.
Yeah, so just me, my mom, and my sister, and like I said, humble beginnings. I remember, making pallets on the ground in the basement at my grandma's house, and it was really family oriented.
Yeah.
So we'd have Christmas together, all that stuff. Nice family stuff. Didn't have a lot, but we had family.
Right.
So and that's why I care about my family so much. It's like that right there. My grandma, she always cared about bringing everybody together, no matter if we were fighting or not. Like whoever was fighting, they either were downstairs playing pool at the pool table, or upstairs, conversating with everybody and eating.
Yeah.
So, but we were all under one roof.
Yes.
So, but yeah, my sister, she's 5 years younger than me. Her and my mom, my mom was a vet assistant, adoption coordinator for like the Humane Society, like in the area. It's called Smoke Animal.
Aww.
So we grew up with a lot of animals in the house.
Yes.
At any point,
I
probably
think I
had
would bring every one of them home. I don't think I could.
Oh man. Yeah, my mom, she always had like some dogs that she was fostering.
Oh,
it was cool. I was playing video games with dogs on the couch.
Yeah.
I had iguanas.
my
My sister had like a snake, a bunny rabbit, and a cat. And I was like, do those even go together?
Oh my god.
They're all hanging out with them.
It was a jungle. It was cool though. And then we stayed in these apartments called the Richard Allens for a while. That was really humble beginnings too. It wasn't the best place to grow up, east side of Spokane. But I was always kind of like left alone, by all the OGs there,
Right.
like because I play basketball.
Right.
So it's either you play basketball or you go part of the not so good life.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the not so good life, but like the different life. Like man, like it's just different. So
Right. Yeah.
you could either go in the gangs or you go play sports.
Yeah.
And I was always playing basketball.
Yeah.
And that was always just kind of like my guide.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm grateful for how if I didn't grow up how I grew up, I wouldn't be where I am right now.
Right,
You know,
right,
For
right.
sure.
And that's why I always want to help people.
Right.
You know, I just want to help lead them in the right direction.
Yes.
There's a place called the Libby Teen Center that I grew up in, and that's what, after school, like when you don't have anything to do,
Right.
like that's where we went.
Right.
And that was a place where you go play basketball, do your homework, be on the computer because we didn't have computers.
Right.
Go
right,
play
right.
video games.
Yeah.
So, and that's where I would go, you know, if kids needed help for homework,
Right.
help them play basketball, you know, all kinds of stuff like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then my brother, he's part of our Bible study, TJ. He's actually restarting that, and that just made me happy. He's restarting the Libby Teen
That's
Center.
awesome.
Yeah, it's cool because it kept us out of trouble. Like I
Yes.
said, I don't know where I'd be if I was if they didn't
Right.
have the Libby
You
Teen
didn't have
Center.
that, right?
It's important. Yeah,
So
for sure.
little things like that, I think it's important to help the next generation coming up. Even
Yes.
people who are older than you, like nobody's gonna go through your journey. So if you can help someone, you know, that's below you, above you, younger than you, older than you, like I always believe in paying that forward.
Right.
And just
yeah.
like leading with a helping hand,
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's awesome.
you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, that's kind of a little bit about me growing up. Shoot, what did I not touch on?
You
What are
wanna-
your goals? Like,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
are,
where-
in the next 5 years, where do you see yourself?
Yeah. Like where are
What's
you
up
at?
next for you?
Where are you at now?
You're so busy.
And then where does like your goals?
Yeah, because you got a lot going
Man,
on now.
yeah. That's to get everything like on cruise control.
Yeah.
In the next 5 years, yeah. Because I eventually want to be at a place to where like I can hand over like a lot of my operations to like an operations manager, and just travel somewhere. I found out that I really love traveling. So like Amsterdam is a big place for me. I love beautiful people there. And then that's I like the Amsterdam airport because it's one of the only with a train station underneath.
Yeah.
And you can go to like Germany,
That is
everywhere.
cool. Yeah.
You know, so there, I mean, I just had a loan signing with this guy. He said La Paz, and that's like
Is
in
that-
Mexico.
In Mexico,
Yeah.
right? I was just thinking.
And
I was
he
like,
just was showing me photos. He's like, a lot of people don't know about this, and this is why I like loan signings. And I was all like,
said it like,
It's like a lot of people don't know
and I
about
was
this.
all like, what? And he was just showing me photos and videos. He's all like, man, the currency conversion is amazing.
Yeah.
Another place on my list is like Costa Rica.
yes.
Costa Rica, we've been
yes.
hearing a lot about
Yeah,
Costa Rica
like
lately.
Ecovia. I know Zac Efron did like a Netflix thing on it.
Right.
So
right.
like there's this place called Ecovia where the kids learn like with hands-on and
Right.
like they learn in their own way, right?
Right.
And it's all self-sustainable stuff.
Right, yeah.
So like I don't know, I like that stuff. I want to go travel the world a little bit more and
Yeah.
see where I can help. But one of my overall goals is to be able to make enough money. I always said I wanted to be a billionaire so I can help influence the world in a right way.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
You know.
You need the money. I mean, you can do as much as you can around
Right.
your little circle, right? But it's that money that's going to
Right.
really help.
And that's
Yeah.
where you start. That's why I say influence, because that's where you start having influence, and then like you
Exactly.
can be on boards to start swaying certain things, like to help people more
Yeah.
and just
exactly.
give back to humanity.
Right.
Like
yeah.
one of the people, you know, I've never been one to like idolize people at all. Like I don't know. That's
Who'd you idolize?
Yeah,
Doug?
I don't idolize people, but like one of the people, like Warren Buffett, what he does,
Yeah.
I can relate to what he does because he has the same house, same car.
Right.
He decides whether he wants to put cheese on his McMuffin, depending
Right.
on how the stock market's doing. I can
Right.
resonate with that. I mean,
Yeah,
hey, I know it's an extra 40 cents, but hey, we're not doing too good today. So keep the cheese off. But yeah, he's just always, he's always stayed humble, and then he gives back.
Yeah.
The way he gives back to foundations, like he's given, I think, like $6 billion back.
I know. It's amazing when
You
he
know.
gives. Yeah.
And he's just a good businessman. He does I feel like he does what's right. Him and Charlie Munger. I was actually listening to Charlie Munger's book.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
everybody sees Warren Buffett.
Right.
Nobody talks
That's
about Charlie Munger.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he just took over Berkshire.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
he just got handed down Berkshire. So it's like just listening to how they go about business and stuff. And I think,
how their mindset is. It's so different. Yeah.
That's what I want. That's kind of like where I want to be at.
Yeah.
That's the goal. And
Yeah.
I've noticed like I can't stop what I'm doing to get,
Right.
That's one thing that they didn't do. They didn't stop.
Yeah. I got to keep going.
And they went through a lot of ups and downs. So
Right.
like you said, when I'm going through a tough time, I'm like, dang, man. I was like, I pray for this, so I can't even be mad.
Yeah, you can't be
Stuff I pray
mad.
for.
yeah.
You got to keep reminding yourself
Yep.
that this is
yeah.
exactly where you wanted to be.
Yep. And I specifically pray for like helping billions and billions of people.
Yes.
And the stress that I take on, it's to help billions and billions of people.
Right.
So I like, as stressful as it is, I can't be mad at that.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah, it's the purpose. So
Yeah.
that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's
That's awesome.
You will. You'll do it.
That's the goal, is to help billions of people. So,
Yeah.
and one of the things that I heard somebody say, they're like, they put it simplistically. I was like, he's like, you want to help make a lot of money? Go help 1 billion people for $1.
Right.
And I was like, ooh, that was pretty cool. So I use that, I use that when I'm talking to people too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. I just want to be able to influence and help humanity for the better good.
Right.
You know,
Oh,
just
that's
be that
amazing.
leading light.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Just contribute.
Yeah.
You know.
Give back, pay it
Yeah,
forward.
there's a lot of gatekeeping in the world,
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
So-
man.
Yeah.
There
which
is.
I've never got, because I'm like, I'll give out information. I know we have energy and stuff like that, and that's why I do like my Sunday little meetups or coffee hours at Park Social.
Right.
It's like an hour and a half of just giving back, resources,
Right.
resolutions.
Right.
If you going through something, I'm like, here's this number, or this is what I went through. Because hearing somebody else's story just like me could change the whole game for you.
Oh,
Yes.
so much so.
So that's kind of why I like bringing the people together, and that's
Yeah.
kind of like my form of giving back.
Yeah. It's just like when I was talking to that other notary the other day, and just his eyes lighting up, right? You're just
Yeah.
like, wow, I have like this powerful information that's just
Yeah.
like blowing his mind right
Yeah.
now, you
Yep.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
It's such a good
Oh
feeling.
yeah, she did that
Yeah.
to me too. That's why I'm where I'm at right now, because it's
Right.
like, I overheard her just like schooling people on it, and I was just
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Like, you hear about it, but you always think that only the wealthy can do this real
Right,
estate
yeah.
investing.
We're all on the
so
same
you have
playing field.
no idea.
It's
Yeah.
all
You
the
know,
same
so-
playing field.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
just the action stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take
Same
the
thing that
action.
you did, like at the hospital and everything. Same thing on base.
Right.
Yep.
When
Yeah.
people heard, like the guy, my coworker, he's my maintenance manager now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't believe me at first.
Yeah.
He was all like, he's like, you're not gonna have
Yeah.
me. He's
Yeah,
like, dude,
you're
you're a
like-
handyman. You just built your backyard. What
Right.
do you mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
I'd rather give you the money and keep it internal.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Keep it all. Yep. Keep it
And
all
so
within.
like just hearing that, and just, like what you said, like just paying it forward and
Right.
just helping people.
Right. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
awesome.
love that. I love that we're able to do that, and then
Yeah.
we're constantly learning ourselves.
Right.
Yes. Oh yes. Yeah.
They
you can
teach
start
us.
learning
They
at
actually
any age.
teach us,
Yeah.
a lot. But as far as your assets now,
Mm-hmm.
where are you at right now? What's in your stage of life? Like how many doors do you have?
Let me see. We got the Detroit 2, at the Spokane house. Yeah, we got 3. I'm in the process of getting 3 right now.
Nice.
One of
Cool.
those is gonna be for my grandparents.
Yeah.
Aww.
So we're gonna go from 3 to 6. Yeah, 3 to 6.
Yes,
We'll repurpose
yes.
the family home in Spokane.
Yes,
Allow
yeah.
family to continually stay in it.
Right.
Very cool.
But look
But
at
yeah.
how far you've come. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You-
I mean.
Are you still in the military now?
No, I retired early. I call it early retirement.
Yes.
You know,
That's
because
awesome.
like
Yes.
my paychecks are supplemented from what we're getting in cash flow.
Right.
Some people think retirement, they'll go off like the 30-year timeline. Or
Right.
the 20-year timeline or what have
Right,
you.
right.
I think, I'm like, what is retirement though?
Yeah.
It's like, it's the money that you'll get continually throughout the rest
Right.
of your life, right?
Right.
And
Right.
it's like, okay, if I keep on renting out continually through
Right,
the rest of my life,
right.
I'll get that
Yeah.
and more.
No,
Because
yeah.
So
Do
that's
it.
what I call
Yeah.
early retirement. People will
Right.
go, oh, you didn't do 20, 30 years. I was like, but you do 20, 30 years to get a certain number, right?
Right.
Yes.
I was
Exactly.
like, I already have that number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
so
So
Yeah,
that's what I was
don't
like,
sign up.
don't try to school me.
yeah, I was like, I retired early. And then the money that I accumulated in my retirement, though, I'll get that at 55.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was
Yes.
like, I'm just not old
Still
enough to
there.
get it. So
Right. Yeah.
that's kind of what I consider early retirement.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
But I left in December. And yeah, that right there, that was a hard
That
thing.
must be amazing. Well, I don't know. Was it like
It was hard because of the camaraderie, like working
Yeah.
together on missions and stuff like that, to get parts to like the aircrafts and Blue Angels so they can go fly, and keeping the war fighters in the air
Yeah.
to protect our country. Like being a part of that is just, it's hard to describe the feeling. And then you guys are a team working together to get that done.
right?
And then like now you're not around that anymore.
Right, yes.
And then so it's like you're away from your team.
Right. Yeah.
So it's an adjustment, but you know, my team that I have with the brokerage, they're a lot my family. They're my family.
Yeah.
It's like Andrew, because Andrew Greer, like that was the cool part too. Like I never questioned where I was going after the military.
Right.
Andrew has always kind of like had my back and kind of like just guiding me.
you.
Yeah, and I was like, so it was never a question.
Right.
Yeah.
So you felt like supported. And
Right.
like,
And I was like, because he's doing everything he's teaching.
Right.
And so like just to go back to what I want to do, like another goal is I want to build skyscrapers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
I want to build like that's what I want to do with Andrew.
Yes.
I'm like I want to build big
Well, you know
things.
you're big time when you have like you'll be like, look at that skyscraper.
Yeah, when
That's
I talked to
I
him
built
about
that.
leaving.
I built
Yeah,
that.
I talked to him about leaving. I think we were at a Beers and Deals with Summer's Capital.
Yeah.
And we were sitting on a rooftop, and I was talking to him. I was like, I want to build one of those.
Yeah.
And he's done a couple big projects that like look at the airport where
Yeah.
I'm like,
You're like, that's me.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna do that with you.
Well, it's great to have a mentor who's done it already. Like and it's
Or even
clearly
just a
doable.
mentor.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know
not a
what
lot
I
of
mean?
people have that, and I feel like there are people out there that
Yeah.
they're like, oh, I want a mentor, I need a mentor, but it's like he took you under his wing, and that's just like
yeah,
awesome.
and I like it because he's all about doing. He's
Yeah.
big. He's a big do it person.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's how you learn.
That's right.
So like
Yeah.
I don't expect him to like do things for me.
right.
Right.
But like if I'm doing something and I'm like, hey, am I going about it the right way? Like, you might want to look at this.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
all right, that's all I need.
Right. Right. Just guide me.
Right.
Just
yeah,
guide me.
that's all
Yeah.
I need. And that's why I'm not a big like person like that's why I like giving out information.
Mm-hmm.
Because you still have to do the other part.
Right.
You have to go take the action.
Right.
So I can give you all these resources and resolutions
Right.
and stuff
But,
that
yeah.
on Sundays.
But it's up
you
to
got to
you.
do the other part.
Yeah.
You get the
The
other
most
part of the
important
equation.
part.
Right. The action, just like I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so that's what I really am appreciative of. You know, he incentivizes, like he encourages
Right.
to do.
Right,
Because
right.
I've always learned every time I do. The Detroit
Right.
project that we talked about,
Yeah.
I wouldn't know half the stuff that we talked about in Detroit
Right.
unless I did that. And went through
And
it.
as you can see, even though you ran into that issue or you didn't have enough for your budget, there's always solutions to your problem.
Oh yeah, you can't
know?
quit. You
Yeah,
can't quit.
yeah,
No.
You'll figure it out.
Yep. I forgot what BiggerPockets episode it was, but it was an investor. Her mom, she said everything's figure outable.
Right. Figure
And
it
she
out.
said she never forgot that. I was like, "Ooh, I'm taking that."
Yes.
Everything's
That's
figure
awesome.
outable.
Yep. Yep.
So I always use that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, any other questions
Yeah,
for
no,
Doug?
I think we learned
I think
so
he
much.
killed
This
it.
was great.
Can I ask
Yeah.
you ladies a question?
Yeah.
How's your guys' projects going? Like
Oh
what? Like
my gosh.
because I met you guys.
Oh my
I met you guys.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, I met you
Okay,
guys.
Here we go.
I met you guys. So you guys were taking it. You guys bought a triplex and turning it into 18 units. Is that
Turning
what-
it to 18 units, but of course permitting. When was that, Doug? That was just like a month ago.
Yeah, something like that.
We closed on that one. So we already, don't tell the city this, but we already started demo interior, so they
Yeah.
can't tell. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
tenants finally moved out.
Okay.
Cash for Keys
That's
was
cool.
like the big player in this. So there was 3 tenants. So the last one just moved out yesterday,
Yesterday, yeah.
actually. So I just cut him a check.
You guys worked that
yesterday.
into your budget?
Yes,
You guys
that's
did-
worked into
Oh,
the
yeah.
budget. Yep, worked into the budget. And just so you know, with California, it's really
Yeah.
hard to get these tenants out. So just had to work that ahead of time. They were all agreeable, luckily. So, but yes, we started demo already, right? So we're waiting for permits on that one,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then we'll move on that. Other project, everything's demo, huh?
Yeah, the other one on Pacific demoed already. We're just waiting
Waiting
for
on
permits.
permits.
So luckily during escrow we did all the plans and stuff. So we
Yeah.
got all that drawn out and all of that.
Yeah,
awesome.
so we're
like
a
ready to
little
go.
bit ahead of the game,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
still, we're still in that standstill of permitting.
Yeah.
And then the other one, let's see, I have an Airbnb right now that overlooks the racetracks for the Del Mar Fair horses, but it's not in Del Mar. If like people don't know this, they actually stay in Bonsall, and Bonsall is an unincorporated area where it's rural, and you don't need city to give you permits for Airbnb. So you can have
wow.
as many Airbnbs as you want, like in Fallbrook, Bonsall, any of those rural areas.
Oh, wow.
So this one oversees the racetrack's 3,500 square feet, and I had to do almost like a 360 deck, 150,
so nice.
1,500 square foot deck cost me so much money.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then we're building a pool.
Yeah.
And then so it's almost done with the pool. And then now it's not, I thought staging was hard, but filling up an Airbnb is 10 times harder. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I have so many boxes being delivered every day.
Man.
I know all the Amazon drivers by name. They write like little notes on my packages. That's how many packages I've been ordering.
Oh, that's so
Like,
nice.
it's ridiculous.
I get it. I understand that. When you guys first started, so like, so she influenced you, obviously, at work.
Yeah.
You guys still have your W-2s?
Yes.
So I'm
barely.
basically, I go like once a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you taper down.
I taper down a lot because
Okay.
I used to work like at least 60 hours a week.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of like a per diem kind of thing, keep my license good.
Right.
But that's just because I actually asked to kind of step away, but my boss asked me to stay just a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, and I'm, she was there for me, so I'm like loyal to her.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
how do you
really-
guys go about like take me through like you guys acquiring acquisition and like funding and stuff like that? Because I kind of got like a surface level a little bit.
Yeah.
So
do
we
you
capital raised. So basically,
for the development deals.
yes.
Who taught you? Who? I guess who showed you guys how to capital raise, or is that something that you guys learned on yourself by yourself?
Yeah, it was like studying books, YouTube.
I did read the syndication book. There's
Yeah.
a syndication book out there. I think it's called
Talked
The
to a
Best
few
Apartment
people.
Syndication. Yeah.
Yeah, had some conversations, No real mentors in it because for me, it was a lot of gatekeeping in that. You know what I mean? Because like they're personal investors. They want to keep them. Like
Yeah.
so they
Right.
don't want to like
Yes.
show you how
Yeah.
to raise because they need to raise the money.
Yeah.
So, but it was really friends and family. A lot of people from the hospital, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they were talking amongst each other and it just,
Yeah.
like one person heard it and then it just went around like wildfire.
That's like
And
a
then
military base.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, heck yeah, I'm going to give
Yeah.
you some money.
Oh, yeah.
You
Man.
know, so like a lot of people took it from their 401k.
Yep.
Took out a loan or
Borrowed.
cashed it out.
Yep.
And then
So you guys
just
built that
raised.
trust with the people at
Right.
work and everything.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
think like her having a book is nice
Yeah.
because she wrote a book about how she did all her things and how she got into it. So I think that like built her reputation.
Right.
So I feel like
And I already
That's
had been
awesome.
doing
Yes.
it, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But I wasn't really capital raising. I was using my own money.
Yes.
But those development deals, here in San Diego are expensive.
Yeah.
Like you
You
need
have to raise.
a lot of
Yes.
money to do that. And so we were running out of money fast. So I'm like, yeah, let's just raise it. When people started inquiring about it, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is easier than what I thought it
Yeah.
was going to be. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, yeah. So,
And we read 10X, so that was kind of like
Oh,
she just
yeah.
told me like read
10X,
10X, and I was like, okay.
yes,
I was like, that's okay. We got to do this.
Right,
So,
yeah.
So now we're raising for the 22 unit that we're trying to get. We're in escrow on Pacific, so we're giving people 12% interest on their money, basically.
yeah.
Trying to raise for that, and that one's actually going to be the easiest because it's only 6 months. It's like
Yeah.
just cosmetic stuff. So
Right.
right.
yeah, that's the one we're.
But they're
working
big
on.
numbers, This is like close to 10
Yeah,
million
10 million,
purchase
yeah.
acquisition plus like a 2 million rehab. It's like big money you got to deal with. So going back to acquisition, it's really raising the money on the development deals. If they're single family and just like, cosmetic or whatever, it's hard money, 10% down. And my beginning, I think my interest rate was like 12.99, my very first deal.
Yeah.
And I was like turned down by so many hard money lenders and I was sweating.
Yeah.
They would do like these panel interviews and I'm like, oh my God, they hate me.
I know
Like,
she told me that. I was like, oh
they're
my
like,
God.
you have no experience. You don't have enough money. I'm like, Yeah. So then after that, after the first one, so 12.99%, I was able to do it. And mine was also long distance, was super hard. I was so stressed out. And then finally got through that one and then did 4 more. And then after that, my interest rate went down.
Down.
Now I'm like in the 8s.
Wow.
Yeah, so sometimes I can get 100% financing.
Yeah.
And sometimes, the majority of the time, it's like 5 or 10% down. You know what I mean? And then, so experience is everything.
Yeah, I noticed
I
like
think.
development, you need like a personal guarantor if you're
Right.
if you're new. You
Right.
either need a personal guarantor or you're getting,
Right.
you know, you need that you getting that high interest rate.
Right.
yeah.
And
And then the struggle that we have is when you don't do commercial normally,
Yeah.
right? Like, if your history is always residential, and residential is like 4 units or lower, right? Commercial is a whole different ball game, and so
Oh,
if you
yeah.
don't, so it's like almost starting over again.
Yeah.
Like, even though you have all this experience, I'm like, they're like, you don't have
Which
experience
is crazy
in
because
commercial.
it's like you got to start somewhere, you know.
Right.
And
You
it's
know,
like,
and I'm
it's
like,
just insane.
and I'm just over here like, I'm gonna do it
Right.
regardless,
Yeah.
Yeah.
with or without you. So either
love
you're gonna
that.
make money with me or not at all. So
Yeah.
that's what, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's just strange. Like, you have to like do it all over again. Like, I just feel like this newbie again. You know what I
We've been
mean?
like so many lenders. It's like constant interviews and
Yes.
just like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
yeah.
checking our credit. It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I had like 30 dings on my credit.
probably yeah, because it's like everyone wants to check your freaking credit. You
I'm
know,
like,
it's just
yeah.
like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Man.
So,
Yeah.
but you know, we just closed on one in Coronado now, and that one was super easy.
Oh, yeah.
Arch West.
Yeah, it was
I don't know if
Arch
you ever
West?
used
It was too.
Arch West.
Arch
They're
West,
really
okay.
good, really fast, have funding, and this one is a development deal as well. Brought my son and his
Yeah, so cute.
and his
Oh, that's-
best friend in, and they raised money, and we were short. They raised a total of $770K in 1 month just from friends and family.
That's amazing.
And we were short $80K the day before we were about to close. And they were they were like almost in tears because they thought they were going to lose the deal.
Yeah.
And it's a commercial deal. They're only 19.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're only
My
19
God,
right
let's
on,
go, boys.
I
right
know.
on by, what is it? Ocean Beach. By,
Oh yeah, Ocean Beach.
What is that? Ocean Beach and Sunset Cliffs
Oh,
over
yeah,
there,
Sunset Cliffs, yeah.
down in San Diego. So we all know it's super expensive over there.
Oh yeah.
And so they got these two little houses, 1.850.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like just for the purchase.
Yep.
It's almost a $2 million rehab, but they were able to raise the money just
That's
in
amazing.
time. I got the last wire in the hour before it was due.
That's wild.
Yeah, and they raised another $80,000 to get the deal done.
Let's
I was like,
go.
yeah, I was just like super cool.
I
I'm
love
like,
how you're bringing in family. And
yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna
Yes.
send you out more often to go
I
get
know,
money.
right?
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys need to work for us.
They couldn't tell them no, you know, like the tears.
They're
are
Yeah.
like,
coming.
please help me.
That means they care too.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. They're
That's
like super
passion.
into like the design and everything too. Like her son's like, oh, I want this tile, I want this, and I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They're super into it.
That's passionate.
And
That's
then
passion
now
right there.
all their friends, like ex-girlfriends, everything, are reaching out to me. They're like, can you help me buy a
Yeah.
house? It's so cute.
Yeah.
So
That's
just
awesome.
That's
paying it
amazing.
for it.
Yeah, that you guys were definitely inspiring. Like especially when we sat down and had the signing, I was like, oh yeah. I was like, y'all making me want to level up right now. Right
Go
now.
big or go
Let us
home.
know, Doc.
Yeah, that's how I was like, I love that. You guys,
Yeah.
you know, like I said, I was talking about you guys at the office, and I was like, okay, because my development deal's coming in 2027.
Yes.
You know, with
Yeah.
my brother who I do resources and resolutions with. So
Nice.
this is just a year of optimization and everything, getting
Right,
everything,
and then
you
you're
know,
gonna
in
take
cruise
off
control.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
I
for
do. We
sure.
do have a tip though. We it's all about who you line up, right? You know what I mean? Like if you don't have experience in it, right? I think the number one thing that helped us out is not even the experience in residential, because they're still looking at you like a newbie when it comes to commercial, like I said. But we lined up where our project manager just happened to be part-time city inspector for San Diego. And then they lined up the RMO, which is, I forget what that stands for. But anyway, it's within the GC's business. And they also put up their license. And he did like big development deals, like 160 units, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's who do you have on your team?
Yep.
Then they'll kind of overlook your lack of experience.
Right. Like those personal guarantors. That's kind
Yes.
of what I was talking to Andrew about.
Right. Yeah.
So like
exactly.
my lender, you know, at Barrett Financial, He's done a lot of deals with Andrew. So having those two on my corner, I know it's going to make it that much more easier and smoother on the, I guess, the financing side.
Exactly.
Because the work, the effort part, I don't have any problem.
Right, but that financing, oh my gosh. And then the commercial, be prepared. Like when it's residential, you just like hand over your documents for your LLC, the property info, your budget, your scope of work. And then, but commercials like, give us the pro forma, give us this, what's the cap rate, what's this, like, blows your mind, like, oh my gosh.
No, I'm looking forward to it. But you ladies are crushing it. I love what you guys are doing here. Thank you guys for having me, too.
Seriously.
Thank
you, Doug.
I really appreciate you, ladies.
I can't wait to watch your journey. It's
going
to be amazing.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do a part 2 on this.
We knew it the minute we met you. I was like, oh, Doug's going far.
I know.
Yeah, we're going to have a part 2 on this for sure.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we'll need updates for sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Doug, for coming out.
Of course.
In case others would like to follow your journey, how could they follow you?
Instagram, D Anderson Realty, SD. That's how you can follow me. Reach out to me. I have my Calendly link on there, so I always leave my Calendly open for like a 15-minute consultation if you just like need a number or like a contact and you want to reach out to me.
Oh, that's awesome.
D.Anderson Realty.
Take advantage of that, okay? For sure.
I'm here to help. So email is d.andersonrealitysd@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. I'm here to help people. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yay. Thanks for
y'all,
coming
ladies.
out, Doug.
Yes, I appreciate y'all.
Until next time. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Later.